Hi, welcome to MJ Trinkets. I'm Sam and this is Epidermis Aid for Mature Skin. Today I'm going to share with you some of the products that I use on my face before I put my makeup on, and I will also show you my makeup regimen as a daily makeup routine. Not when I'm going out, but just like going to work in the morning. So it's very simple and lightweight. The first thing that I use is oil of Olay. I like oil of Olay products. They're really good. There is oil control. This one is normal. I thought I actually picked up the oil control, but this is the normal one, which is why my skin is a little more oily today, a little more shiny. And then in conjunction with that, I also use the oil of Olay Regenerist. I'm sorry, I can't see without my glasses. I'm blind. Okay, this one is Regenerating Serum, and this one is this little bottle right here. These can get kind of costly, but they're very good and in achieving what you want to try with your skin. And in regards to the Regenerist Regenerating Serum, this one is supposed to help with filling in the areas that need plumping in your eyes and so on and so forth. And then I also use in the evening, I use the Eucerin Intensive Repair, which is alpha hydroxy. Alpha hydroxy is supposed to be really good for oily skin as well, BHAs. And this one I use all over my body as well as my face in the evening. I do not like the feeling of it when it's put on dry skin. So what I do is when I'm done with my shower, while I'm wet, I do put it on, and I have seen a significant change in my crepey skin, because I have been getting crepey skin, which is that really wrinkly kind of skin in your arms and your legs, and I have noticed a big significant difference. And I've only been using this maybe 3 or 4 days. So this is great stuff. I use it on my face as well as nighttime. Another thing I use in the evening is Nivea's Skin Firming and Toning. This one is the gel cream. I've heard other people say use the serum. Still trying this one out. This is supposed to help with the tightening of the areas where you need more work on your face, or wrinkled areas and so on and so forth. So I don't know how well this works, but I'm going to continue trying this for a few months before I end up saying a yay or nay for this one. So before I put my makeup on, I just use these two items, which is the oil of Olay Regenerist and the oil of Olay just regular moisturizing lotion. The items I will be using today, I normally do not use a foundation when I go out daily. I just use Estee Lauder's Concealer Pod, which is, this one is a 3C medium, but it's a double wear. The double wear is really good for oil controlling. And again, you have to be very careful with the oil controls because they tend to tighten your skin, and it makes it look a little older. But because I wet my kabuki brush when I use this, and before I apply it on my face, I do use it moist. I make sure that it's not on dry. Another thing that I do use is my my MAC concealer, and this one I use underneath my eyebrows. I do have tattoo brows because I don't have any hair on my eyebrows, so I do use tattoo eyebrows, but I do use this underneath to highlight underneath my eyebrows. And I used to put that on, I believe this is BH Cosmetics, and I use this flat brush to put that on underneath. These are little rinky-dink brushes, but they come in handy. Another thing that I have been trying, if I do go out, maybe in the evening, I do like to put on a little bit of foundation, or I do background on Worship Team, and I do like to put on a little more makeup. I do use Estee Lauder's Double Wear again, because it's really good in controlling the oil and I don't have to blot it all the time. I am trying out the Double Wear Light, and this one is a 2.0 because my skin is very fair. So I'm trying this one out as a sample for this week to see how it works. So far it's okay, not too bad. It's it's a light coverage, a light to medium coverage. It's not heavy, so this is good maybe if you wanted to go out during the daytime And another one that I use in the evening, which I really, really like, is the Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup Foundation. And this one is also in, I believe it's the Pebble. This one is really good as well in controlling oil. Double Wear Estee Lauder is really good. They are a little bit costly, but it's worth it. I recently bought from Macy's their Smashbox Color Correcting Stick. This one is Look Less Tired Dark, which I really need. This is in orange. So depending on what you're trying to achieve, they have different colors. I think they have green and other colors. This one is orange, and this one is to hide the veins or your dark circles, and I tend to have veins right in this area and dark circles under my eyes and inside. So I will show you how I use this. I also use this is by Maybelline, the Fit Me. This is supposed to be really good. This one is Shine Free Balance. I don't know about that Shine Free, but this is really good. I use this on my eyelids because, as you can see, I have dark eyelids. So I use this over my eyelids as well. And to set it, of course, Urban Decay's Oil Control Setting Spray. So I will be showing you that as well. Okay, we shall begin. So the first thing I do is I work on my my dark circles under my eyes. So I go around the vein area. I go very subtle. I don't do it really dark. I don't want too much because sometimes this stuff shows through the concealer, and that's not what I'm trying to achieve. I'm just trying to hide my veins and my dark circles under my eyes. So I look like an orange raccoon. So I do that, and a lot of people use sponges. I like to use my fingers because it blends it in much better. So I try and get it in there. And some people may think, well, how does orange do this? And I really don't know how to answer that question. I think just what it does is it conceals the blue of the veins that are, when we get to our age, they become closer to the surface because our dermis gets thinner and we don't have that plumpness in our face, so our veins tend to stick out more, and it becomes more blue and darker around the eyes. So it's not really that your eyes are really dark, it's just that your dermis gets closer and gets thinner, and then all these veins tend to pop out and they're more predominant. So these are the things they tend to hide. So now what I do is I have a Sigma brush, Kabuki. This one is really good. I really like it. It's nice and strong. It's not flimsy. It gets into the pores because of course, as you get older, your pores get bigger. So this one gets into the pores, and I feel that this Estee Lauder concealer, it does really well in concealing the pores. So this is why I like it a lot. So I'm just gonna wet my Kabuki brush a little bit and just dab it, and I just go around. Back and forth. And get into the areas that are more problematic for me, which are right in the eye area. I try not to put too much because, like I said, my objective is not to cake on, but to kind of conceal my imperfections, and hopefully I don't have to cake it on to conceal them. So we got this side. See the difference between one side and the other? Kind of see a difference? See how you see the different imperfections in this concealer. Concealer is really good. I really like it. However, I'm so upset because they've decided to discontinue it. So I've had to hunt it down on eBay. And my color being fair, I guess it's very sought after. So this one is a 3C, which I believe is a warmer color. And because my face is, even though it's fair, I tend to go more towards the yellow because I am Hispanic. I do have my Caucasian in there, but my Hispanic tends to pull out that yellow color on my face, even though I'm fair. So I just go around and I make sure that sometimes I kind of do this to get into the pores in my nose. Up in my hand. This is my daily routine. I don't contour when I go to work because I think during the daytime it's so much more obvious when you see older people contouring and it looks kind of like you're trying too hard. So I just want something that's natural and it looks like a healthy glow. And this is my usual regimen that I use every day. Okay. Hopefully I haven't overdone it. Okay. Normally I don't put that much concealer on. You can tell a little bit of the difference, you know, it's a little more concealed, not so many imperfections. Like I said, L'Oreal, Estee Lauder is very good at that. So I'm going to get underneath, let me fix my camera here, get underneath my eyebrows. Can fix it later because because my tattoo is kind of wearing out. I do go over it with Anastasia's. I forgot to say that I use Anastasia's eyebrow gel. This is really good. I like that. Do my other eyebrow underneath. So nothing very dramatic, just a little bit of a highlight. You can see the difference. A little bit of a highlight over under the brow. And then again, I come in with the Fit by Maybelline Shine Free. And this color is, let me get my eyeballs on. This one is 110. This is a very light color. And I take my my little baby sponge here. These are very convenient in size. Just 3 times and I kind of go over. I know it's taboo to go over it so rough over your eyes, especially at our age. I mean, it's kind of like you should be a little more gentle and dab it on. But when you're in a rush, in a more perfect world, huh? So. You can see the difference between this eye and this eye. I'm going to go for 2 of the other eye. And you're going to see me going down and looking at the mirror to make sure I've gotten everything, because I have an amplified mirror for us blind people here. So sorry if I get out of the view every once in a while here. Okay. Now what I do is, oh yes, my eyebrows. I never go out without my eyebrows. So I just use an angled brush. You can get these anywhere. Sometimes icing carries a lot of good brushes. You just got to get the right ones. I'm just going to outline a little what I already have. I have a little bit of an eyebrow. Okay, so I'm finishing up here. And you can even tell just with that, the difference that this light coverage makes. Okay, so the eyebrows are done. Coverage is done. And looks pretty good. I think that I will change to the oil control for Oil of Olay because my face does feel a little oily and I don't like that feeling. I'm just looking for hydration. And okay, so now I'm the kind of person that doesn't wear anything on her eyelids, but I do wear underneath. I feel totally naked without it. So I have a thin, this is another BH brush, and this one is a thin, I guess it's a curve, very thin one. So what I do is, I've had this forever and I know I gotta change it up, but it's Patty Dubrof's Perfect Palette, and Costco used to sell these. It's a really, really good palette. So needless to say, it's all worn out. So I usually tend to flock to my browns. So I will stick to that. All right, and I'm using this brown right in here, this section. I like to use kind of like semi-dark, not too dark. They do say that if your eyes are brown, you should use a darker color to make the brown stand out more. But my color is very, very dark. So let's try go underneath. I use a very light shade. I don't go really dark. And kind of soften it out a little. And I'm going to move to the other eye. Okay. I do tend to go a little bit around the corner, not all the way. Just halfway in. For some reason, I just don't go over the top unless, like I said, I'm going out late at night and so on and so forth. So that's all I put on my eyes during the daytime. For my blush regimen, my daughter has broken it. This is the, I usually tend to use bronzers. I don't even use blush colors. No, I haven't done so in a long time. This is the Sun Glow by Rimmel. Rimmel has a lot of nice bronzers. This one's a little on the lighter side. I like the darker one. So I'm just going to show to you how I use the bronzer. This is another BH brush. It's just a blusher. And then just go around a couple times, tap it so it's not real strong. And I just go over the top of my bone and a little over the side. And I don't even go all the way down to my cheeks. For me, some people like going over the apples of their cheeks. I don't. I just tend to stay on top of the bone and right there. And it pronounces my bones a little more. Another product that I really like is, and I have to order this online, I can't get anywhere here, it's the Youngblood. And this is the mineral rice setting powder. This one is in light. Great stuff. What I do with this as well is that I spritz my little guy just lightly, far away, and then I dip it into the Youngblood powder, and I go underneath just ever so lightly with the powder. So I add a little extra concealing under the eye. Just a little bit, because I don't want it to look exaggeratingly white like a raccoon. So, and that is for that. Then I use another BH brush. This is another regular blush brush, but this one is a little fluffier, so I use it to put it, I dip my brush into the powder and go over underneath here and then slightly over my blush so I can kind of blend it out and not make it look so harsh. And that is all I use on my makeup regimen in the mornings. What I do to finish it off is just use some setting spray. Let it dry. A little close up for you guys. So mainly what I want to use in the morning is just conceal and a little bit of natural makeup to make it look natural. I don't use any coverage over my eyes, no eyeshadow, unless, like I said, if I'm going out at night or I'm gonna perform on stage or whatever, then I use my eyeshadow. Otherwise, this is all I use for my everyday. Thanks for watching.